weren't here yesterday, and it shows. That's because they're still making the joke, NL, when are you going to play Hollow Cure? Now, it's a weird self-fulfilling prophecy. You know that I'm not aware of what the VTuber industry is like all about. So you brought up Hollow Cure. I said, what's that? You said, lol, it's a VTuber Vampire Survivors like. I said, I'm done with Vampire Survivors likes, but maybe I would give a VTuber game a little bit of respect. And then I asked one question about VTubers, which is why the heck do they seem to retire so often when they're digital avatars? Like, it's not like the joints have been worked to the bone, right? And then one person in chat ruined it for everybody else. They said, NL, this question is making me cringe. And I said, okay, what'd he say F me for? Just for trying to have an interest in my nephew's hobbies here? I don't understand. One guy said, why do I feel so lonely? Then I asked the question to relate to him. And he said, don't ask questions like that. You should already know the answer. And I said, okay, enjoy loneliness, Akon. Just remember that 1 is the loneliest number that you'll ever know. 2 can be as bad as 1 if you find someone that is willing to deal with your sorry behind. Anyway, $1.55 billion. That's not that much in the whole scheme of things for an entire nation that exports petroleum. That's relatively low. I mean, we had 250 billion yesterday was Indonesia, just to put it in perspective here. $74 million of hard liquor, $30 million of beer. That's like sauces and seasonings. This is nothing, man. I mean, it's more than I got, but like $23 million in coffee. I am thinking right now that this is an African country that is, obviously it produces some petroleum. Can I start with something a little bit out of left field? Can I start with like a Somalia and just get a directional arrow? We're not even close. It's not an African country. In all likelihood then, with $1.55 billion, this is a small Caribbean or South American nation. Now, if it's a mainland nation, it will probably be Paraguay. It's northwest of Paraguay. Okay. It's Dominica. Oh, no. It's west of Dominica. This is where things become problematic for me. It's 1,800 kilometers west of Dominica. Yeah, that's an issue. Is Grenadines something? St. Vincent and the Grenadines? Okay, that's apparently close to Dominica. So I'm going to guess that this is probably not St. Kitts and Nevis, because I think those are close together. Could it be Netherlands Antilles or Antigua and Barbuda? It's not Antigua and Barbuda. Could it be Netherlands Antilles? It's not Netherlands, it's just Jamaica. Wow. Well, I mean, apologies for the disrespect to Jamaica. I didn't know Jamaica produced petroleum, honestly. I did know they do produce beer. Call me crazy. I would have thought that Jamaica exported more than $30 million worth of beer. Because, I mean, that's a lot of beers, but Red Stripe is, at least it's somewhat common in Canada. I would have expected that, if it has like 0.5% of the lager market share in Canada, I would have thought that, that would have extrapolated to maybe the US as well, and maybe it would have been even more in other Caribbean nations. But anyway, I would have thought that it'd be up there. Either way, you got me today. Sometimes you got to get got. It's funny, I was thinking today, because I bought cold brew coffee at the grocery store, so I would have it for this morning. but they didn't have the usual carton of cold brew. So I had to buy like a little bottle of it, and it was a stubby. And then I was thinking to myself, the only other time you see a stubby bottle really is when you get like a red stripe. And then I was I bet there's like a 3-hour long video essay about why most breweries use long neck bottles instead of stubbies now. You know, like a long neck bottle is like what you would think of when you think of a classic beer bottle. A stubby is the same volume, but it's shorter and fatter. I bet it must be easier to ship a long neck bottle or something like that. Easier to hold? I don't know. I kind of like holding I like holding a stubby. Jamaica, they got a bobsled team. It is, this seems to happen every single time. We guess what it was in Tradle, and then it's literally the furthest country on earth away from that. So we guessed Nigeria. Nigeria was like 17,000, sorry, Somalia. Somalia was like 17,000 away. Let's try something like Tunisia then. Okay, still quite far. 7,000 away from Tunisia. How about Sweden? That's cooler? Okay, well then it must be Eastern Europe, Central Asia. 7,000 kilometers from Sweden. How about a Georgia? It must be warmer. That's not even that much warmer though. 4,900 kilometers from Georgia. China? Is it Kazakhstan? That's not 4,000 kilometers. It's still 4,000 kilometers away from Kazakhstan? This is madness. Is it Myanmar? Oh, it's still this country doesn't exist. It's in the fifth dimension. Like, because there's no way to triangulate all of these points in three-dimensional space. There must be like a little like wormhole connection or something like that makes this make sense. It's 2,600 kilometers away from Myanmar. It's North Korea, South Korea, Marilyn Monroe. North Korea is colder. It's colder than Georgia. What the fuck? It's Papua New Guinea. That's cooler as well. Huh? It's Sri Lanka. That's the warmest of all of them. It's 760. It's the Maldives. You sneaky so-and-so. You thought I wouldn't remember that this country existed, but I know that this is where many wealthy people choose to vacation. There are Windows screensavers that come from this place for sure. Would you visit there? I mean, it must be nice, right? People do be going there. This looks like Venezuela. It's Guyana. Hold the French. It's Guyana. I knew it. It was one of those countries in the north of Brazil. See, that one feels good. Holy cow, we made it out of geography in record time. Week of September 24th, 2010. Let me think to myself. I have graduated from university, and I'm sort of just chilling right now at this moment. "20th Century Fox. I'm sort of just chilling right now." Not for long, but I'm sort of chilling right here. My worst year, I was 13, I was 11. I was 21 at this moment. What happened to Travle? It's always been at the end. You have false memories. You're being Mandela affected. This movie stars Michael Douglas. This is Wall Street 2. Money never sleeps. Tagline, Gordon never gives up. Warner Brothers opens to 16 milli. Actor, Jim Sturgis. But it's not Across the Universe, because that came out in like 2007. Genre, action, animation, adventure, family, fantasy. Son of a bitch. Tagline, on his way to finding a legend, he will become one. I got to pass on this one. I don't know what this is. I know Jim Sturgis, though. He's the guy who looks like Paul McCartney. Okay. Second weekend, 34% dip. That's good legs. But it is the fall season as well, so it's unlikely to be a blockbuster. It stars Ben Affleck, and it's a crime drama thriller. Is this The Town? I mean, that's an incredible film. I would think The Town... It's honestly criminal that The Town only opened to like maybe 30 million, because it's not as good as Heat, but it's just one notch below the true classics, okay? If you haven't seen The Town, you should see The Town. Sony Pictures, second weekend, reasonable drop. Stars Emma Stone. This is probably easy A. I imagine the kind of movie people don't go see weekend one, but it had great critical legs and probably went on to gross more than The Town, if I had to guess. Final gross 58 million? Really? I thought the final gross would be like 200. The Town not even crossing the 100 million mark is like, that's insulting. But, okay, Touchstone Pictures, 8 million. Starring Kristen Bell. This can't be Veronica Mars the movie. But we got a lot of guesses left to burn. Is Veronica Mars not a movie? Oh, is this the premise, hi, hello, is this? Oh, I'm dead. It doesn't make any sense. Genre, comedy, romance. Oh, I'm not going to know the name of this. Does it star her husband as well? What doesn't kill you is going to marry your brother. What is A Tale of Two Sisters? What is, I don't know what this is. Going to be like License to Wed or something like that. Starring Jamie Lee Curtis. Reveal all hints. Let's see if we can get something. Sigourney Weaver, final gross 25 million. History, Make That High School, may repeat itself when Marnie learns that Joanna, the mean girl from her past, is set to be her sister-in-law. Before the wedding bells toll, Marnie must show her brother that a tiger doesn't change his stripes. On Marnie's side is her mother, while Joanna's backed by her wealthy aunt. I have absolutely no idea. You again. God is my witness, I don't recall having ever heard of this film. You again. Fake movie. Anytime you see this sort of like movie poster, you know you're not in for a treat. Let's put it that way. The only way it could have been worse is if both the font colors were red. Then you would have been like, this is like an epic movie type situation. But I also don't think I'm going to know this, but let's reveal all hints. Maybe I can figure it out. Wait, I know this. Soren, a young barn owl, is kidnapped by the owls of St. Aggie's. It's Legend of the Guardians or something? Of the Legend of the Guardians, the Owls of Ga'Hoole? That sounds right. Oh, 55th percentile on that one. I've never seen the movie, but I definitely saw like a trailer or something for it at some point. What can I say? Legend of the Guardians, the Owls of Ga'Hoole. No, I know, it's really good. It's really good. Really? Is that related to you that you told me you were 8 years old on its opening weekend? It's good. It's really good. I watched it in 5th grade math class. It was really good. It might, I don't know. Let me just, can somebody give me the Rotten Tomatoes on those? Cine2Nerdle. New Instagram giveaway? That's all right, Cine2Nerdle. This is just my 2 cents. My opinion is just stick to the game, okay? Don't worry about the giveaways and the PS5s and the et ceteras. No shot is it 100% fresh. But is it 100% fresh with like 4 reviews that are all from sites that are like Bat Chest Weekly? Or is it 100% fresh with the golden certification behind it, okay? Brie Larson imprisoned. Basement. This is room. Korean maiden LGBTQ+. This is the handmaiden. Robert Eggers North Viking. This is the Northman. Nicolas Cage Big Daddy revenge father-daughter relationship. Hit Girl. This will be our connection because this is kick-ass. So let me start with we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. I've made a mistake. I moved Robert Eggers by accident. I need an undo button. I'm a fool. Okay. You'll be in my heart and you'll be there. You'll be here. You'll be here. Okay. Now the connection is Old Boy. Revenge, imprisoned, Korean father-daughter relationship. That's a gimme. That's 100%. It's the easiest Cine2Nerdle they've ever made. The Handmaiden, Kick-Ass, Northman, Room, Old Boy. Boom. Kind of clean with it, too. It was 6 swaps remaining, and we wasted a swap moving Robert Eggers for no reason. Because he was in his right place, like track 1 off of Kid A. Oh, what can I say? Lady Bird, I'm finally familiar with it. Brooklyn, what are movies with Saoirse Ronan? Even said her name right for the first time ever. Now, what else is she in? I don't know. But Greta Gerwig definitely directed these 3 movies. Excuse me? There's no 4th movie? Okay, well, there's a couple of things I could think of here, okay? Lady Bird, Pretty in Pink, Superbad, The Breakfast Club, 16 Candles. Like, these are all coming-of-age movies, okay? Liar, Liar, Aaron Brockovich, Legally Blonde. These all have to do, and The Lincoln Lawyer, these all have to do with lawyers. So let's start there. Sorry for the burp. Is the hard swap for me here is, can we just put Lady Bird up here and then we got a Saoirse Ronan just chilling? These are all movies with Michael Cera. Michael Cera's in all of these films. He's also in Year One, unfortunately. And then The Grand Budapest Hotel must have Saoirse Ronan. Okay. And now you start to think about this for a second. Movies with Bob Odenkirk, Margot Robbie, Ryan Gosling. Wait, hang on. Julia Roberts, Brian Cox, Jennifer Tilly, Jim Carrey, Maura Tierney. Movies with Maura Tierney. Movies with Molly Ringwald. These are like all movies. These must be movies with Molly Ringwald right here. Yes, okay. Superbad. This is the ensemble cast. Reese Witherspoon. Is Reese Witherspoon involved? This is the tough one for me because I got to figure out which one of these movies connects to the others. And meanwhile, I don't know anything about Molly Ringwald's filmography whatsoever. So the one thing I'm thinking is like, well, I was going to say setting is high school, but that doesn't make sense. Because none of these movies take place in a high school. Legally Blonde is the closest. Takes place in a college. College? Year One takes place in the past? Movies that take place in the past? The past? No, I would say no. One-word titles. Female leads. Ensemble female casts. This one, with 9 swaps left, this one's throwing me a little bit. Ensemble casts in general. Ensemble casts in general? Well, what's the ensemble cast here? There is no ensemble cast here. There's not going to be like a one best supporting actress or anything because, like, no disrespect, but Year One is in here. These are movies that deal with like high school graduation. Like, Legally Blonde, Pretty in Pink, Barbie. I can get the. Obviously we will win. We will win today, but I want to get the answer for myself. These movies do not all have Ryan Gosling. I don't think that anything in here is going to have Reese Witherspoon because I'm just being honest. All of these movies are like really critically acclaimed, and she's Reese Witherspoon. Like this ain't Sweet Home Alabama, sweetheart. All right, like this isn't Pretty Little Liars. Okay? I'm not trying to cause a kerfuffle or anything. I'm just saying. You're not beating the misogyny allegations? What are you talking about? These are all female-led films that are very good. Movies that are named after the lead character? Is in Pretty in Pink, is the girl's name like Marie Pinkson? And of course, Elle Woods, or as you know her, Legally Blonde. What are we? Little Women started there. Brooklyn. Movies that take place in Boston, the Florida Keys, the Grand Budapest Hotel. I have no idea what it is. I even knowing that this is the right answer, I couldn't tell you. Theme: pink is a color. The fuck? Well, we didn't deserve it, but we got it. That happens a lot with like multiple choice questions on exams and stuff like that, so I'm not going to cry. Holy cow. Okay, this is so doable. Wedding Crashers to Naked Gun 33 1/3, the final insult. So what we're going to be doing immediately is doing a hot swap from Wedding Crashers to Naked Gun, and we're going to be looking for some cameos here that we can use. I think I already got something, okay? So, Fred Ward is the dad of DJ Qualls in the movie Road Trip, which features Breckin Meyer, Tom Green, the dude with the curly hair who gets ethered in like episode 3 of the expansion, and DJ Qualls. That's right, as mentioned before. Also features Anthony Rapp. Also features, no, it doesn't feature Jeremy Piven. That's old school. You got it confused. Now, Leslie Nielsen is in many of those scary movie films. But I'm trying to think, because Wedding Crashers, you're looking at Bradley Cooper, Vince Vaughn, Owen Wilson, Rachel McAdams, Jane Seymour, Will Ferrell. I mean, that's like kind of your gimme right there, right? The Will Ferrell ensemble comedies, like you can get to anything. Holy cow. Vanna White, Weird Al Yankovic, Shannon Doherty, Elliot Gould, James Earl Jones, R. Lee Ermey, Olympia Dukakis. Didn't she run for president? This is an ensemble cast, man. I feel like there's always like a 2 connection, but I feel like there's a very easy 2 connection today, but I don't know what it is. And we got to stay moving. So, okay, I think I have my connection. Watch this. I'm going to try to do it I'm going to try to get it all in my brain. Fred Ward to Road Trip to Tom Green, to Freddy Got Fingered, to Rip Torn, to Dodgeball, to Vince Vaughn, to Wedding Crashers. Fred Ward, to Road Trip, to Tom Green, to Freddy Got Fingered, to Rip Torn, to Dodgeball, to Vince Vaughn, to Wedding Crashers. Pretty good for coming up just off the top of the dome, right? Just for thinking about it for a few minutes. Owen Wilson to Woody Allen in a documentary. Listen, I'm not touching that one. You could go through Woody Allen the documentary if you want to. I'm not touching that one. Also, slightly controversial take. Using a documentary or like a charity fundraiser video or something like that is actually more scummy in movie to movie than using a Marvel film. At least with a Marvel film, you have to make the connection. With any comedic actor, you just find like a 25 years of Saturday Night Live, and then like every actor who's ever done a comedy movie is connected. I'm going to know this. I don't know it right now, but I'm going to know this. I'm going to say this is Diablo 2. Metacritic score of 77. I know this, man. I know this. This is Age of Empires 3. What? Original platform PC? What? With a 77? Skip me? I don't know this. ARPG. What is this? This is World of Elysian Acropolis? This is EverQuest 2? EverQuest Online Adventures? Original release 2006? Age of Conan? Unchained? Iron Lore Entertainment. Is this Guild Wars 1? Oh no, the answer was Titan Quest. I'll be honest with you, I simply don't know it. I'm simply unfamiliar with it. You got me. It's Diablo but mythology, and also released 10 years after Diablo. Now finally, some good games. Give me a third-person cover-based shooter. Robin Hood. This is the Mad Max video game from 2015. Good game? I heard it was okay. I never played it. I was in the industry at the time and I never played it. You mentioned this the other day? I mention a lot of things. I'm only live 5 hours a day, but I talk a lot. Like I talk like a lot. This is like Doom. This is Doom 2. Hell on Earth. Yep, all right. It's easy enough. Jesus, how'd you get that? Just a color palette. Mad Max. One of these days they're going to line up. It's older than 2015. Roller Coaster Tycoon. Is older than 1999 and did not come out on the PC. Okay. How about Super Mario Brothers 1? It's newer than 1985, and it is a single-player multiplayer joint. That is not side, third person, or isometric. Okay. How about Doom 2, Hell on Earth? It's newer than 1994. It's not first person, side view, isometric, or third person. What the hell else is there? What's left, man? Top down? Isn't bird view top down? I'll be honest, I have absolutely no idea. between 94 and 99. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. I'm taking my clue. I have no idea. Came out on the PlayStation, the arcade, the PlayStation 3. It's Dragon's Lair, maybe? I really thought that was going to do it. Because that's not like it's a cinematic perspective. Arcade, PlayStation. Is it like a FMV game? I have no idea, man. I simply have no clue. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze? Could it be Oxenfree? Could it be Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry? Could it be Dad? That was just where my keys went. Amanda the Adventurer? What is it? Oh, Dance Dance Revolution. We were kind of close with Dad then, huh? Perspective Auditory. That's not... It's perspective. Its perspective is, I don't know what you would use, but auditory seems like a misnomer. Okay, a two-word comedy that's not well liked from 1998. What is Blue Streak? The movie is not fair to either man or beast. It makes all creatures seem annoying unless you are fond of toilet humor and arse jokes. Next clue. A raunchy good time update of Hugh Lofting's classic children's tale. Talking animals have never sounded so witty. Is it just Dr. Dolittle? Yeah, it's just Dr. Dolittle. I mean... That first review went kind of hard, right? For a movie that's literally made for children. Honestly, fuck this movie. Was there a song for Dr. Dolittle? The other day it just popped into my head. Like, how funny would it have been? You know that at some point Tommy Lee Jones had to hear Will Smith's Men in Black theme song, right? Just trying to imagine Tommy Lee Jones sitting in like the boardroom while the CEO of Sony Pictures Entertainment plays him like, "Here comes the Men in Black," and then asking his opinion. Okay, we don't have time for all the dulls today, but we can do Chronophoto. This is a Super Bowl between the Packers and the Bucks, sponsored by Pabst Blue Ribbon. So this is when people were still proud to drink Pabst Blue Ribbon instead of ironically drinking Pabst Blue Ribbon, which makes me think this must be in the early 1980s, perhaps 1980 even, 1985. We'll take that. Why does he look so familiar? This seems like a late 1950s joint. I'm going to say 58. It's 55. This is London Yesterday. This looks like... I'm going to call this 58 as well. Oh, no. It's 1937. You ever see those AI-generated images? That it's like, it looks, your brain recognizes it as like a real room, but like your brain can't figure out what the objects are in the room? This is what's happening to me right here. What is this pile? This has got to be like 1930 even. 1939. This is 1912. I'm fucking horrible, dude. 1936. Okay, yeah, you're not wrong. Well, that was not my best Chronophoto performance. That's for sure. Lowest score so far is pretty bad. And the people demand Travle. Okay, so we can at least get Travle. Today I'd like to go from East Timor to Laos. This one's tough, okay? Because I don't know where East Timor is. That happens a lot. I think East Timor is adjacent to Indonesia. Which is then adjacent. Well, this one's... Don't you have to like connect to Malaysia here or the game gets mad at you? So I feel like it shares a nautical border with Vietnam and Cambodia and Thailand, which all share a border with Laos, right? But don't I have to go Malaysia under duress? Yes, okay. And then Malaysia shares a border with Vietnam, which, well, let's just do Cambodia. I'm more sure about Cambodia. What? Am I... What the hell, man? This is the ocean. Thailand? That's bullshit, dude. That is... Why Thailand but not Cambodia? Make it make sense. It borders both of them. Oh, no, I didn't know that there was a land border between Malaysia and Thailand. Okay, that's just, it's incorrect then. I thought that this was water. I honestly thought Thailand ended like right there. Hi, Tomo. Hi, buddy. Try the States one? No, it's too easy. Also, as an American, your country is shown by default in like every single piece of media. So I have to fight against that. That being said, the best of all. Hey, can you get Tomo careful, please? Dallas and the New York Rangers. Rangers? Brad Richards. Tampa and the New York Rangers. Everybody. Let's say Ryan Callahan. Pittsburgh and the New York Rangers. Let's say Jaromir Jagr. Incredible photo. Tampa and San Jose. That's a gimme. Give me Dan Boyle. Dallas and San Jose. That's a gimme. You're going to give me Joe Pavelski on that one. Pittsburgh and San Jose. We're going to figure that one out. It's Erik Karlsson. It just happened. Excuse me? Excuse me? Excuse me? He hasn't played a game for Pittsburgh yet. You know what it means, though. You come on! Get out of the cords, man. That's bullshit. He's wearing the jersey. It should count. You made the rules. Change the rules. Dallas Stanley Cup winner. Corey Perry. Okay, fine, Mike Modano. You know what? Let's mix it up. Let's go Sergei Zubov. Okay, and then we have to choose. I mean, these are both so easy. What can we get like a deep cut? Give me a Luke Shen on Tampa Bay winning the Stanley Cup, okay? We got 7 of 9. I'll take my 2% Luke Shen. Obviously, like, both of these teams have won the Stanley Cup so recently, there were a lot of potential answers there. But let's at least get a Canucks jersey up on the board. All right.